this transmission to bring you back to the Swiss things. We began our exploration by comparing this utilitarian pedal to the iconic Swiss Army knife. This particular Swiss Army knife has 14 features, and the Swiss things also has 14 features. We also found 14 uses for it too. Since it'll take too long to go through each of these, we'll just show you a few ways to use the Swiss things. Our journey into the many uses of the Swiss things begins here, in a triangular room where a man plays a guitar at high volume. The setup is relatively simple. The Moco T guitar goes into the Swiss things. On loop 1, we have a Crybaby Wah, Muffaletta Fuzz, Soul Food Distortion, and OD 808 Overdrive. Loop 2 has a Big Sky Reverb. The output then goes to an orange Rock Reverb 100 amp and an Avatar 2x12 cabinet. This is a typical example of how the Swiss things can be used, but it is not the extent of its uses. So let's go back to the studio and explore additional uses for the Swiss things. The Swiss things can help you if you want to process your samples before it hits your sampler. If we sampled straight from the record, it would sound like this. And that sounds fine. But if we used a few guitar pedals to process our sound, like an EQ, a compressor, and a reverb, then we can pre-process our sound before it hits our sampler, which saves us time later. Now let's say we want to use a microphone as a source. We can go into a mic pre like this JHS color box, then go into our mic input on our recorder, which converts our signal into a line level signal. Take the line level signal and go into our Swiss things. On loop 1, we have the Muffaletta and the Soul Food. On loop 2, we have the Big Sky Reverb. Then our output goes to our headphone amp and off to the KO. So here's the clean sound.
Sounds okay.
With the color box.
Check 1, 2.
With the Soul Food.
You know I got soul.
With the Big Sky.
Lucas, your purchase orders are ready.
Let's add fuzz and sample.
Subscribe now! Subscribe now! Subscribe now!
All right now, we tried out the Swiss things in a number of different ways, so let's just show you a few more really quick. Before we end our journey, it's important to note that the Swiss things is a mono device. So even though we've used it for stereo signal processing, you're only getting one side. And if you have stereo effects you want to use, it's best to place them on the output and set the Swiss things to both mode. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Give yourself a high five and then give us a like. And subscribe for more awesome content. Thanks.